Alright, hi guys. So I am going to be redoing the Legends of Amelia. You will not be meeting any more of her family than her twin brother, her and her younger brother. Her mother, sister, and father will not be present in the storyline, and yeah, I'm basically going to be changing a lot of the plotline, but I am reviving the series. It's because I did deeply regret ending it, so we're going to be basically doing an assessment, and I'm going to tell you what's what at the end of this video. Alright. Hi guys, so if you're seeing this, you'll notice there are two versions of Amelia. And no, it's not because I haven't decided. It is actually because there are two exact variants. The one that is sitting down currently is Amelia's true form, aka known as the Soul of Rebirth. Now, if you're wondering what that is the souls of rebirth are essentially beings that don't truly die. They will eventually actually die, but for their lifespan, and they have been around basically as long, a short time after the Avatar came into existence. And so, the souls of rebirth were essentially reborn, and after dying, and they were summoned in from this white pocket dimension, which is basically their home. Essentially, when they die, they're reborn, and then they continue the cycle until their actual death. Now, when they are summoned from this dimension, and there is a sigil involved, which essentially controls the beings. Alright, now the sigil is essentially a necklace with a pattern design. I basically think of just think of a basic necklace with a gem in a specific shape. They have like a pentagram, a star, or a heart, a broken heart, or a dragon. Think of those kind of things when you're thinking about it. And I will actually give you guys a realistic example of what it looks like later on, but for now, this is what you're getting. Because they do have their own sentient will. They just can't follow through with it so long as the summoner has a hold of the sigil. So essentially they're stuck obeying somebody else for the rest of their lives. It's not in their case they were summoned into this world to be soldiers or to fight in a war. Now, Amelia's subform won't come into the story until much later on, and so let's focus on her newer life. I have a life that I'm going to nickname. I don't know its actual name, and because I haven't decided on that yet. But every generation, and say Amelia starts off the life of being summoned, and after she dies, as the soul that she was born in would get to take control, and then after they die, she gets to take control, and so on and so forth. So eventually Amelia runs into this life, which is now her turn to control again. And now, Amelia, she would eventually run away from home, and then run into Suyin and her family by happenstance. And so all this will be explained later on in a later video, so I hope you enjoy this series. Please thank you guys for subscribing, and bye guys. Alright, so I am going to be going into an entirely different narrative. I will not be introducing her family in the beginning of the next video. Instead I'm going to be doing a deeper dive into who will essentially be a more angsty version of her life before she ran into Su Yin. basically you'll get to learn what this different variant's life was like. Hey, consider this like, hey guys, a 2.0 to the original. Well, the original is still canon, but now there's just a different version of it. And so you guys are going to be getting a different version of this AU through a different mainstream events. But anyways, that'll be all for today. Bye guys.